That's right. Georgia Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger officially announcing the race between incumbent Senator Raphael Warnock and Republican challenger Herschel Walker too close to call. In Georgia, if neither of the candidates win at least 50% of the vote plus one, then the top two people in the race go to a runoff.
Despite a decisive win for Republican Governor Brian Kemp over Stacey Abrams, Herschel Walker trails Warnock by a margin of about 40,000 votes. Ashlyn Webb is in studio with our election tracker.
She explains where each candidate got their votes and what we can expect heading into December.
Yes, very close margins. You can see 3.9 million votes counted, with incumbent Democrat Raphael Warnock with a slight advantage. Looking at the state overall, Warnock has a strong hold in the metro areas. Meanwhile, Walker has the advantage in every other part of the state. We can see by zooming into central Georgia that Walker had over 70% in several counties, just to name a few. Monroe County, we can see out in Bleckley County, and then also Dodge County, over 70%. And then also in his hometown, we can see Johnson County, 73.7%. But the deciding factor will be turnout for this runoff. Historically, more Republican voters show up for runoffs than Democrats. I spoke to Charles Bullock, political science professor at the University of Georgia. He expects a drop-off in turnout on both sides and says this will be top of mind for both campaigns. Another point, despite these margins, Bullock says Warnock's incumbency may play a strong role.
But the record is that an incumbent who is forced into a runoff, if they're leading, as Raphael Warnock is, has a slight advantage, wins about 55, 56% of the time. I'd rather be Raphael Warnock than Herschel Walker. I'd rather be slightly ahead than slightly behind. But as close as it is, this is truly a toss-up that either one of them could win in 4 weeks.
And of course, we'll follow this race throughout the month and on December 6th when we find out which candidate Georgians choose as their U.S. Senator. Back to you at the desk.
Professor Bullock added Georgia could decide which party controls the Senate, with two other U.S. Senate runoffs happening in Arizona and Nevada.
Again, that runoff is December 6th. There will be early voting. Now, depending on the county you live, it could start as early as November 26th. That would actually be the Saturday after Thanksgiving, or it could start on Monday, November 28th. If you're requesting an absentee ballot, you can actually do that now, but they won't be sent out until after November 18th. We'll learn about early and regular voting soon. If you weren't registered by November 7th, you will not be able to vote in the runoff.